hello there, welcome to Season 1, Round 7 of my F1 2012 career mode. I am LovesBuds, and this is a quick guide of a lap around Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal.
Okay, a lap of Montreal coming up here into the final chicane, and this is definitely a vital part to start your lap with. DRS open as we head down the start-finish straight now. Pits on your left-hand side, feed the car to the right, brake at the 100-metre board, and maximise the entry towards turn 2 by sacrificing the exit of turn 1. Keep the car as straight as you can on the run up the hill towards turn 3 and 4. Hug the inside curb as much as you can. That helps pinch the car in and hold it away from that barrier as well on the exit. Now wind it round towards turn 6. Keep it nice and slow and stable on the exit here to open up turn 7 as much as you can, because a nice long straight opens up for you on the run down towards turn 8. Very important to keep that momentum. DRS open again, close it off under braking, 100-metre board, flick the car into the right, stay away from those white curbs. They'll upset the car. Not too much curb on the exit either. Now on the run down towards turn 10, brake nice and early. It's so easy to outbrake yourself here and lock the inside front wheel, and it's so important to get a good straight exit out of this corner because you've got this nice straight that opens up once more. DRS open again, KERS boost at this point, and now just one final section to go. This tricky right-left chicane. You don't want to end up in the wall of champions. We've seen so many people do it in the past. Be brave and carry that speed though on the run up towards the start-finish line. DRS open once more, and that's a lap of Montreal.
So that's how you should do it, and this is how I do it in the wet. So as you can see, it's got to get into the top 10. We're in Q2, so it didn't quite make it into Q3. So let's see what sort of lap we can manage to do in the wet as the Sauber comes out the pits. Most of you will know the PS3 patch is out for the, has been out for a couple of days now. Oh, that was rubbish. That wasn't very good. There's no grip whatsoever. You can't go around the corners as fast as the AI can. I mean, this is also not post. This is pre-patch as well. Yeah, as I say, most people know the PS3 patch has been out for a little while now. The Xbox should be following soon if it's not out already. I have to say, it has improved things slightly for me in terms of the professional pace as well. The weather's not so bad at the minute. I've only done one race so far in Spa, so there was always a chance it was going to rain anyway, which it sort of did. It drizzled a little bit, but nothing like this. But yeah, it's looking good so far. The first time you'll see me using the patch will be at Spa, because I've recorded up until then so far. This was recorded a little while ago now. But so far, been an untidy lap, but this is the cleanest lap I managed to do in the whole session, so this is what we're going to end up with. 128.313. And so, of course, with the AI's wet weather driving, that was only good enough for 17th place. About 3 seconds off Sean-Eric Vergne's time, 4 seconds off of whoever was on pole. So, never mind, let's see what we can do in the race. It's a dry race, so let's go and do this.
You were expected to be in a higher grip position than this, so let's push hard on the first few laps and move up a few places.
Yep, bit of a dressing down from the engineer, but hey ho, whatever. Let's go. Let's stay away from Grosjean if we can. Don't want to get in the way of him. Oh, so actually misjudging it slightly, but shooting through. Luckily there was a space there, so we moved up to 11th pretty quickly there. So side by side with Schumacher as we go into this little chicane here. Maybe try and have a look at the inside of Hulkenberg, but it's not really going to happen. Just going to tap him on the backside instead. Oh, Matron. Oh, tapping the wall as well. So settling nicely and oh, messing up slightly. Schumacher has appeared on my left-hand side. I do know my right from my left, honest. Going side by side down this little straight here. Got the inside line. Can I make it stick? Sort of. I edged him off the road there, but it not a penalty, so that's good. Good stuff. Looks like it caused a bit of trouble though. He must have spun it or something or other. Sort of made himself into a little roadblock there as Ricciardo slots into 7th place. 7th? Why am I thinking 7th? It's 8th. No. Oh Jesus. No, it's 11th. Yes, it's 11th. My eyes are shot this morning. I can't tell what's going on. Seem to be obsessed with 7th and 8th place. So, yep, a dry race today, no rain. Of course there was rain at some point in the weekend, there always is. This is before the patch, so you're gonna might have a few rainy sessions, and up until round 12, which is Belgium. As I said earlier, that's when I started racing with the patch for the PS3. So hopefully there'll be a little bit less rain, because that was getting annoying after like 11 rounds of constant rain in either of the sessions, or any of the sessions. If it wasn't raining in the race, it would rain in practice or qualifying. If it wasn't raining in practice and qualifying, it would rain in the race. But hey ho, what are you going to do? As long as it's less likely to rain in Bahrain, that's fine by me. So we're settling into 10th now. Looks like they're going to run away a bit. I mean, hopefully I can catch up a little bit. I mean, it's a full cinder up ahead, so I should sort of maybe catch up if I can keep the thing on the track and not make any mistakes. Hopefully shouldn't get too many problems from Ricardo behind. Yeah, we know. Ricardo's 3.7 seconds behind, so hopefully we won't get too much bother from him, but we might do if I mess up the corners like that. It's a very tricky section, that. You have to go in at the on the perfect line, otherwise you're going to mess up and ruin your exit speed. So Hulkenberg has sort of increased the gap slightly, but I have also increased the gap to Ricardo behind. Let's hope I don't do anything stupid, because all I need to do is finish in 12th to meet my objectives today, so it's not too bad. If I can grab some more points, that would definitely help me in my championship battle with those around me, because I am supposed to finish 10th in at the end of the season in the in the drivers' standings. And also finishing ahead of Pastor Maldonado as well would definitely help my contract, help my cause in a quest for a better team. I mean, if I get a better contract at the end of the year, then I am taking it. I'm not staying at Williams if I can help it, because I've raced Williams 3 seasons now. In 2 in 2011 and 1 in 2012. Engineer thinks that was a great overtaking move. That was a bit still made contact with him, so it's not a perfect overtaking move, but it was quite gutsy, I think. So Hulkenberg has fallen prey to the spuds, and Raikkonen is next on my list. But I'd be very surprised if I could catch up to Raikkonen. Do I? Don't I? Only I know the answer at this moment in time, as we are on the 4th lap of 18 laps.
Remember to use DRS to gain a speed advantage if you need to get past someone.
Of course we got DRS. Something went wrong with Hulkenberg there. No, it wasn't Hulkenberg. It was someone behind. I heard something going on. Got DRS, but I was actually way too slow to be catching up with the Lotus there. Actually, I think Hulkenberg's just gone into the back of me there. Yeah, Hulkenberg's damaged his front wing, going straight into the back of me there, so he's going to hold up a few people, which is good for us, as we are right up behind Rosberg. Going to try the same move again, going around the outside of that corner, actually managing to make it stick. That was quite lucky, really. Gotta be so careful sometimes that the AI doesn't end up punting you out into the sidelines. Looks like Rosberg's going to come back though on the outside. He's got so much more straight line speed than I have, so I'm going to slot right back in behind here, trying not to crash into the back of him. And then see if I can get the DRS on him. Hopefully he shouldn't get it on Raikkonen. I mean, if he does, he's going to run away. But hopefully I'll be the only one in this little section to have DRS. Let's flick it open once I remember how to press the button. There we go. But unfortunately it is a bit too far to bridge the gap, especially when the Mercedes has the better straight line speed as well. And it was most likely, well, I would be using my KERS to defend.
It looks like the car ahead is trying to create a gap. He's running full revs, maximum power.
And that's also an issue as well. He's also using full fuel mix mode. Or fuel mix 3, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not driving too badly here. I mean, I'm sticking with him, which is what I wanted to do. Ideally, I'd want to catch him and overtake him again. I don't think I did that in Monaco when I was catching him that time. Couldn't quite catch up to him, but now I'm going to go straight into the back of him. I wasn't expecting him to slow down quite that much. But there you go. But we're right up behind him again. Let's see if we can make a move into the hairpin. Maybe try and do a cutback. Don't really have... Oh, it sort of worked. I'm sort of keeping up with him, but he's going to run away now if I don't get the DRS activated soon. I'm getting his slipstream. Maybe make a move into the chicane, but see, I'm hitting the rev limiter well before I get up to any possibility for overtaking. Just don't have the straight line speed compared to that Mercedes, which is fair enough considering I'm not really supposed to be overtaking them, even though the Mercedes aren't themselves doing particularly well this season, as Vettel sets the fastest lap. Locking up as I go into that corner cost me the perfect line, which means Rosberg can run away a little bit there. 1.1 seconds is the gap. I need to close up by about 2/10 to be sure of a DRS on Rosberg. Grosjean is, well, he's only 1/100th away from my DRS zone, so I've got to be careful he doesn't come up behind me and surprise me. So we go around to this hairpin, probably one of the most famous corners in F1. So 0.6 of a second, Grosjean is in my DRS zone, flicking the fuel mixture up to rich. Got a bit of KERS in reserve just in case he comes up behind me. Yeah, there he comes. Oh, he just didn't make the move. So I'm free to use up my KERS here and get a fresh bit at the start of this lap. A fresh bit. The KERS recharges at the end of every lap, so that's helpful for me if I can defend my position. Just double checking my fuel there, see how much I have, because I can burn through quite a bit and not notice. I mean, it's quite I'm going to have to turn it down at some point because it's only lap 8 of 18, so if I don't turn it down at the right time, I could end up running out of fuel by the end of the race, or end up going down to fuel saving mode, which means I'm going to be slower than everyone else, and everyone can... Ooh, bit of an action there. Bit of action, bit of sliding action. Held on to it okay, it's not too bad, but it does mean Grosjean is right up behind us now. But it could be worse. I'm going to the pits now though, so let's see if he follows me in or goes straight past and onwards. Start another lap. My rear tyres look like they're wearing a little bit, probably through little bits of wheel spin here and there. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what the pit crew can do. Can we overtake Rosberg in the stops? Is it possible? It's a tall order. Sometimes these guys can be really quick. 3.9, that's not too bad actually, and it looks like we are ahead of Rosberg.
When coming out of the pits, or you'll get a penalty.
Let's double check this.
Okay, it looks like the car ahead is trying to create a gap. He's running full revs, maximum power.
Okay, I can't quite tell at the moment, but I think we made it out in front of Rosberg, because I think a Lotus was in front of us, who is now between, who is now in front of Maldonado, which I am behind right now. Vern is trying to come up behind me, but I think he's probably got a pit this lap, so he won't be there for long. But 3.9 seconds, that is fast in this game. Well, it's quite fast. I mean, they do like 2.5 to 3 seconds in real life. That's a fast pit stop. So 3.9 for a Williams pit crew, that's not bad at all. Back on this long straight towards the final chicane. See how many people we can overtake in the pits. Maldonado's gone in. So, 8th.
Quite a few cars in the pits right now. Watch out for cars exiting the pits.
Grosjean is behind me. Raikkonen is ahead of me. 3.3 seconds up the road. Grosjean 2.3 seconds behind. And yes, we did overtake Rosberg in the pits as I go off take a shortcut. So that was good work from the Williams crew there. Leapfrogging Rosberg, and now I've got a small gap of about 2.8 seconds. Checking my fuel again because I think I've still got it on rich mix. About 1 lap in hand, so I should probably think about changing that down, put it sometime soon. I should have really probably changed it down now. I think maybe I'm just trying to catch up to this little group here because they will be slightly slower considering they're fighting each other for position. So, yeah. So we seem to be settling down for a little bit now on lap 10 of 18. 8 laps to go.
You're currently matching race pace. Good job.
Matching race pace. And there we go. So, last weekend's Grand Prix, the Indian Grand Prix, another whitewash from Vettel. Could have predicted it a mile off, but there you go. Ferrari have got to do some serious catch up now. Alonso had a fantastic start, getting past those two McLarens, but yeah, he was on some laps he was as fast as the Red Bull, but I think maybe the Red Bulls were controlling the pace a little bit. And Red Bull would have had a 1-2 if Kerr's on Mark Webber's car didn't fail, which was a godsend for Alonso, because then he overtook him and didn't lose as many points to Vettel as he could have done if he finished in third. So basically the championship is Vettel's to lose now if he doesn't do anything wrong. If he just takes another 2 victories, the championship is his, really. Really and truly, he could take it by America. But I'd like it to go down to the wire in Brazil. That would be really nice. I mean, I do hope Alonso can claw something back. Keep the interest in this championship. But Vettel is on form at the minute, and you can't help that, really, can you? And if the car's good, the car's good. The only thing that can probably stop him is breaking down. There's something going wrong with the car, or Grosjean missile from behind. So, all in all, it's a pretty boring race, apart from when Alonso managed to get past Webber. There are a few good moments, especially at the start. Good close racing from the former champions. It just shows why they're world champions and not people like Grosjean at the moment, who still need to learn about their spatial awareness. But to be fair, Grosjean did have a good clean race today. Pretty sure he did. Although some of the cars on the grid looked like they had razor blades attached to their front wing end plates, considering the amount of rear tyre punctures that ended up happening on the first lap, and then Kobayashi and Maldonado later on in the race. Gotta be so careful with your front ring. It's like having, as I say, razor blades sticking out. Spikes on the end of your end plates. They're meant to be curved to stop that sort of thing from happening, but it doesn't take much to split the rear wheel in half.
Brilliant lap. You're driving as well as I've ever seen. This is exactly what we need until the end.
So I've got a fastest lap of 1:17.9. Wonderful. I'm sure Vettel will answer that with another fastest lap in a moment.
We have a gap of about 3 seconds between you and the next car.
3 seconds to Rosberg, 3 seconds to Raikkonen. So we're in the middle of no man's land at the moment.
Fuel. We should keep an eye on it over the next few laps.
Engineers saying we've got a little bit of spare fuel, which usually means you should think about turning it down now, which I do. So I don't want to burn too much away. I mean, especially now I'm in no man's land in terms of nothing happening, no overtakings going on. Pretty safe, out of everyone's DRS zone. I can pretty much chill and relax. Got a few laps to go, just need to keep it calm, keep it on the road. 8th place is a good finish for Williams. Yeah. But, yeah, as I say, the Indian Grand Prix, not the most exciting race I've ever seen. It's a nice track, yes, but unfortunately completely and utterly owned by Vettel. I don't think anyone else has led a lap yet in the Indian Grand Prix. It's only been 2 years, I know, but I believe Vettel has led every single lap since it started. So, although it's an incredible feat, I'd rather see someone else out in front for once. But he didn't get the Grand Slam though. Jenson Button took the fastest lap at the last minute. So that's one saving grace for the McLarens, even though they couldn't match the pace on Red Bulls. They would have been good towards the end of the race if they could have made the soft tyre work to their advantage, but they couldn't. They probably couldn't get the temperature into the tyres. They couldn't make them work good enough as well as the Red Bulls and Ferrari did. But they were absolutely amazing on the prime tyre, so I think it was probably just a little bit too little too late, basically. So who's that up in front? Is that a Raikkonen or is that a back marker? To be honest, I'll put my mind on a back marker because Raikkonen is about 4 seconds in front, and I believe that's an HRT, and yes it is. It's the HRT of De La Rosa. Moving over nicely there. That's how they should be doing it. Getting really close to the barriers there. It's a bit hairy at times. Raikkonen's changed to full revs, maximum power, fuel mix 3. Still only 3.4 seconds ahead though, so not much of a change, probably because he's in a little bit of traffic. But more importantly, Rosberg is not catching up either, so still in no man's land as we go past the Marussia of Charles Peak.
We have a gap of around 4 seconds between you and the next car.
Well, I haven't seen that for a while, a bit of corner cutting. Wasn't even that bad. The speed I'm going at, it's not going to give him much an advantage. So I'm turning the fuel mixture up again, see if I can maybe catch up or match the pace. I don't entirely ever give up that I'm going to catch the person in front, but I sort of see an opportunity. I try to pick my opportunities. I mean, I know he's in traffic, so I'm hoping it would slow him up a little bit. But he seems to be getting away from me quite a little bit. It's probably a Caterham up front there. But I have closed the gap to 3.4 seconds, probably, well, mostly down to the traffic he's in the middle of. But I don't quite think it's enough, especially if the car wants to keep sliding out every 5 seconds like that. And yes, that is a Caterham up ahead.
Raikkonen's around 5 seconds ahead of you. Keep the pressure on him.
4.7 seconds. Looks like he's clear of the traffic, I suppose. Either that or it's just the fact that this is a long straight and he probably got past all of them. Got to be so careful. I don't want to end up going into the wall of champions. .1 seconds. Yeah, he's increased that gap quite considerably. It looks like he has cleared the traffic. He's probably up against the next lot of traffic now. Only about 2 laps to go, so not really enough time to do anything. Especially if I go wide and off the track like that. Got a bit of crap on the tyres, but soon be rid of them. Just got to take it easy around the next couple of corners, and as I say that, I slide out. Of course. Grosjean 1.5 seconds behind, so he's actually going to close up on me quite considerably now. I expect he is also on the rich fuel mix. As long as he doesn't take me off the circuit, it's fine by me. Oh my god, he's 3/10 behind me. He's definitely closing the gap, and he wants that 8th place, and he's not going to get it. Especially if I'm on fuel mix to rich. And I got my Kers in reserve. I didn't want to use all of it just in case I needed an extra boost at the end of the straight. Managed to feed it into the chicane nice enough to keep control of the car, and as we start our final lap, we are 7.8 seconds behind Raikkonen, but his teammate Mr. Romain Grosjean is 4/10 behind. Gonna need to hold him off for the rest of the lap. Let's see if I can use this back marker to my advantage. Mr. Vitaly Petrov. See if he can get in the way for a little bit. Preferably take him off the track. But still looks like it's doing its job, because Grosjean is now 2.3 seconds behind. He didn't... Whoa! He didn't quite make it, but I ended up sliding anyway, so he's probably caught right back up again. So, unfortunately, my driving now becomes a bit edgy as Grosjean comes up side by side as we run down to the hairpin. He didn't quite have the spuds to outbrake me there, so I managed to get in front to take the corner on my usual line. So now I just need to keep ahead of him as Jenson Button wins the Canadian Grand Prix. Look at that, look at the speed he had. Luckily I just managed to outbrake him on the outside and went straight into the corner and managed to keep 8th place. I mean, that was really hairy at the end. The amount of speed he had, he must have had the DRS and Kers going at the same time. But yeah, that was quite an interesting race. 8th place.
Nice drive. You took 4 points. Congratulations. Well done.
4 points. And most importantly, finishing ahead of my teammate as well. So mixing it up with the top 10, Kamui Kobayashi has managed to get 3rd place. So it's McLaren 1-2, as much as you would expect, because they have a hell of a lot of success at this circuit. And Michael Schumacher did not finish. Something wrong thing. Maybe it's when we had a bit of an issue at one of the corners on the first lap. Second lap, whenever it was. But yeah, we're in we're in 9th place actually. Lewis Hamilton is leading from Fernando Alonso. Gap is only 12 points. I'm a few places ahead of Maldonado. And then the usual suspects down the back. Force India not doing well again. Just as they didn't do well in 2011 as well. That's kind of strange. But still, the constructors, we are 7th with 44 points, 167 behind Vodafone, McLaren, Mercedes. Looking good. Looking good for them. Maybe we can challenge Mercedes and Sauber, only 2 points separate those 3 teams. So it'd be nice to be able to get ahead of them. Right, so all that's left to do is to say goodbye and join me next time for round 8 for the European Grand Prix at Valencia in Spain. I'll see you then.